Hello, way back in July 2020, a date which I can't believe, by the way, I honestly thought it was last year, John showed you how to propagate a shrub by layering. This technique is good for any shrub, and our shrub du jour was our Pittosporum Tobira here. We also showed you how to layer cornus, which is dogwood, and I put the links to those videos in the cards above. This video is all about what happened next. Welcome to John Horsey Horticulture. John's been teaching horticulture professionally for over 30 years now, and on this channel we're hoping to help you develop your gardening skills. Whether you're new to gardening and would like some advice on propagation techniques, a bit of pest control, growing some vegetables and much more, or whether you're a seasoned horty who could always use some extra advice. If you like learning those things, do take a trip around our channel. If you like what you see, do consider following us. There's no charge, just push the subscribe button. Don't forget to push the all-important notification bell. That lets you know every time we upload a new video.
Okay, good morning again, and here we are. Do you remember some while ago we layered this Pittosporum Tobira, lovely flower, lovely scent, and what we did, if you look down there you can see we actually took a lower branch, we scraped off the underside to expose some of the cambium tissue, the actively growing tissue. We put it in the ground and then we covered it over, pegged it down, covered it over in the hope that it would grow. So we're looking at it now and it looks as though there's a nice growth there. So what we have to do first of all is to make sure that's growing, we need to cut that off and see whether it will grow on its own roots. So today what I'm going to do is just trim that off there to make sure that it's growing on its own roots. So it's just really a question of getting hold of the loppers and getting low down there, and it's almost like severing a cord, as it were. It's making sure the plant can now grow on its own. So I'm getting right in there, very low down. Can you see what I'm doing there? And cut it off like that. Now for tidiness sake I'm going to take this lower bit off anyway so that it doesn't look horrible. And there we are. And now that one will be growing on its own roots. And the only thing to do now is to lift up and to see that it's really well rooted. And then we'll replant it or pot it on. Oh, there it comes. Nice root, and I'm going to pop that on as quickly as I can. Quite a bit of stuff here in amongst it, but you can see there's lots of root coming here. Look at that, that's nice and healthy. Pull the weed out. Well, it's wild strawberry, which is a weed, but it's also quite useful ground cover. So you can see there where it was layered in, where it's grown away. There's the new roots, and there's where I cut it off before. In fact, what I'm going to do now is quickly just trim that off, because that's never use to man or beast. Take it off there because there's no roots there, see, so it's not doing any good. So if we take that off, then the plant will grow away from there. So I need to get that potted on very quickly. And in fact, what I'll also do is to reduce the stress on those roots. I'll take some of the top off so there's less water to be replaced. So take that off, something like that, and go back to a shoot, to a bud if you can, but just to reduce its water transpiration rate, really. It's a shame there, because that's a nice shoot. I think we need to be firm. Go back to that bud there, it's done. There we are. Doesn't look very good now, but it will grow away quite well and we'll have a nice plant by the autumn.
Well, as you can see, John's planted it back in the spot that it came from. We're due south here, which is great. West aspect is good as well. Keep it moist in a well-drained soil. It's important to keep it sheltered away from cold drying winds. It's a Mediterranean climate plant. We've got a lovely new freebie plant now, all about the budget. Could either pot it on and give it to a mate who might have a city balcony. The fragrance is stunning, so it's well worth giving it a shot. But as I said before, this technique works for every shrub. Thanks so much for joining us here in Somerset today. We really enjoyed having you. If you like that and would like to subscribe, there's no charge, just push the subscribe button. Don't forget to push the all-important notification bell. That lets you know when we upload a new video. In the meantime, have a great rest of the week. Until next time.